Once again, this is the disaster that continues to get worse. We all thought that it was going to be bad from the trailers and things like that. Jeremy even mentioned that it might not hit $100 million. I said, I think it'll probably get to $100 million. Maybe might not make it past like a Blue Beetle or Shazam, but 100 million has to hit 100 million worldwide. That is no longer necessarily going to be the case. And the more we find out about this movie, the worse it continues to be. Because not only did Madam Web barely crack $50 million after nearly a week of release, okay, worldwide, and only made about $15 million in its normal 3-day weekend, while something like Morbius made $39 million. But we're finding out that despite everyone saying, well, at least it's got a low budget, that the budget is actually higher than initially reported. Who would have thought that? Madam Web's budget was bigger than we originally thought. A new report reveals that the budget for Sony's Madam Web, starring Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney, was bigger than originally reported. Because remember, at first it was like $70 to $80 million. Still would have not made money. Still wouldn't have broken even. But much more conservative than, say, $300 million for something like the Marvels. Well, now we're finding out that reportedly it's in the low $100 million. So 100, 110, $115 million, somewhere around there. Which puts it conservatively at something that needs to hit $300 million just to break even. Dude. And there is no way that something like that happens with this movie.
No, it's not. And to me, the best thing that's happening with this movie, and of course, I haven't seen it, but the best thing that's happened is the memes. Would you consider this an accurate meme, Ryan? Would you consider that?
I mean, I think it'd have to be, yeah. I think it would have to be.
The red carpet has been discussed more than the fucking movie, dude.
And the unfortunate thing is that none of them look like that in the movie. Like, yeah, if they made a movie where they actually like let them look like that, then maybe it could have done better. That is not the case. For instance, Sydney Sweeney's movie, where she does look fucking hot in it, her R-rated rom-com, that's hit $200 million worldwide on a $25 million budget. For an R-rated romantic comedy that released in like December or something. That's doing really well.
So I don't even know what she looks like in the movie or anything. So Sydney Sweeney, how bad does she look in the movie compared to how she looks in real life?
Well, or one of the problems is they're like, I feel like they're trying to make her look like that. One, all the girls are like young, so they're all like 18, right? And they're supposed to be preventing in the future them becoming superheroes. So the little bit you get, the microcosm, what you get in their like skin tight superhero suits, it takes up like 3 seconds of the fucking movie. Other than that, they're supposed to make her look like, insecure and kind of like, oh, I don't know, or whatever. So she doesn't look like this. Dakota Johnson doesn't look like this in the movie. They have her pretty much covered up at almost at all times. So it's just a weird vibe.
Yeah, man. The whole thing is, so yeah, going back to the movie itself, I mean, it really may not hit $100 million worldwide, which is just insane. And I don't know. I have not been invested in this movie at all in terms of the news around or anything. It's just such an irrelevant piece of shit. It's so fucking irrelevant. Like, what's the Rotten Tomatoes score on it right now?
13%. It was 12% last I checked, but yeah, somewhere around there.
Jeez, man, like nobody likes it. I guess the only interest I've found in it is the fact that you guys say that it's not woke at all. It's just a horrible movie, which makes me want to watch it now.
It's written from the same people that did Morbius. Morbius was also a bad movie. So it makes sense that this would be bad in the same way that that's bad. But one of the funnier reports I saw from this big Hollywood Reporter article, Madam Web tickets were getting refunded en masse on opening night. There's a quote here. Look at this from a major theatrical chain. On Wednesday night, you could actually watch advanced purchase sales declining in real time as buyers were refunding their tickets. It really says something when you'd rather have Shazam 2 numbers. God, Shazam 2 just caught a stray there too.
Oh my God, man. There's such a lack of good movies out there right now. And you would think that something that has even if it's indirect ties to Spider-Man, would do better than this. So 300 million is what they needed worldwide to break even, correct?
Yeah. It's probably going to be in the $100 million range, which again, if you spend, say, let's be conservative, say it is around $100 million production budget. They spent $50 million to market it. Those are conservative estimates. You're talking about a movie that if it hits around $100 million, will lose $100 million. Right. Just like that.